Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Slayer Talk. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my wife, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
How much? It's been a good week here. It is October 12th, 1999.
Yeah, it is.
And there's a chill in the air.
It's all crispy and fall-like out.
Yeah.
Crunchy?
Sure, it's crunchy.
Leaves crunch.
Sure, they do. We're crunching on leaves and dealing with some living conditions. The name of the episode, Living Conditions.
Oh my god, that's the name of it? Okay.
Do you remember the commercial with about Crunch and Munch?
I remember Crunch and Munch existing.
Well, yeah, it still does exist.
I don't remember a commercial.
But like, there's like some commercial where the two food scientists or whatever that are creating it and stuff, and it's Dr. Crunch and Dr. Munch, and they create it and everything, and the one doctor's like, "We'll call it Crunch," and the guy goes, "And Munch."
You're weird.
He was just going to call the candy Crunch. It doesn't make any sense.
Sure it does. Isn't there a Nestle Crunch bar?
Yeah.
That's Crunch.
It's Nestle's Crunch.
What? But, like, nobody says, give me a Nestle Crunch bar.
Yeah, they do. Who walks up there and says, "Give me Crunch"? You sound like a fucking caveman. Go up to 7-Eleven, "Give me Crunch." I'm sorry, what? Are you talking about the fall?
Yes.
Oh my god. Anyway, living conditions, Carol.
Yeah,
Buffy
so
the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy's living conditions
What did you think of this episode before we get into specifics?
I thought it was pretty stupid.
I didn't like it.
It's this whole season so far has been very slapsticky, and I don't like the flavor. I don't like what they're doing. Like this show, I mean, just although I can't even say it's not been like that, because last season with the fucking mayor, like that was pretty slapsticky too.
Yeah, the last season with the mayor, there were episodes and times when it was more serious and everything, and there were episodes where it was more like, oh gosh, whatever. I don't think they found their footing.
No.
In this new environment of college. I'm hoping that all the things that transpire in this episode lead them to finding their footing. But it's like, there's not enough Xander. There's not enough Willow. There's no Cordelia, which sucks. Like,
I know you miss her so much.
She added a good element. There's not enough Giles either. We got like one scene of Giles. They haven't figured out, like, they're all like flung to the far edges of the world, and every once in a while we hear about like, oh, I'm Xander, I gotta pay rent, I'm living at home, kind of thing, and it's like, can we fucking do something, please? Can we bring everyone together again?
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, she's got Willow as her roommate now at the end of this episode, at least. So
spoilers, everyone.
Oh, come on. You know that if they're listening, they've seen this.
You should have, anyway.
And if you missed it, well, sorry, we'll fill you in.
Yeah.
So this episode, we're meeting Buffy's roommate. We met her last week.
Yeah.
She seemed a little perky. Not bad.
No.
Little perky.
Her breasts were perky. This episode we get to know her more.
It's not good. It's not good. What is that song she keeps playing over and over?
Do you believe in life?
Oh my god! Now listen, I like Cher too. Like I have the one. I can't remember what the fucking album's called, but like it's got Jesse James and it's got that song on it too.
You're talking to the wrong person because I don't know it. I don't know Cher. I have never. I mean, I know who Cher is. I have never owned a Cher album in my life.
So I don't hate Cher.
I know I Got You, Babe. And I know, oh my god, fucking cats are breaking in.
Assholes.
I know I Got You, Babe, and I know the Believe song, because it's popular right now, but I don't know anything else.
This cat literally ran into the room like, you cannot record without me. What are you doing?
Right? What's going on? I have to be at your feet.
So she's playing this song over and over, and she's like, isn't this just the greatest song? And Buffy's like, it gets greater every time you play it.
Yeah, literally over and over.
Yeah, which would drive anyone nuts. I mean, like, not since middle school did I want to play a song over and over.
Well, I still do sometimes.
Really? What song?
Sometimes, like
you must only do this when you're alone.
I do. I only because I think it's rude to do it in front of other people.
Probably.
But yeah, like if there's a song that I really like, I mean, it was mostly like when I was like a freshman in high school or whatever. But even now, sometimes if like I come across a song I really like, I'm like, ooh, I want to listen to it like 2 or 3 times. And I think I listen to different things, and maybe this is like the music appreciator or whatever in me, because I play instruments as well. I'll listen to different, like, each time I listen to it, I'll listen to like a different part of it. Like I'll focus on the background sound, or like I'll focus on the bass line or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, she's driving Buffy crazy with that. And then she's talking about stuff like that they should share things, but at the same time labeling the food in the fridge as hers.
Yeah, it's really weird. She's like, oh, we're like sisters or whatever. We can share stuff and everything. And then she's like, I noticed some of my milk was missing.
How do you notice milk is missing?
I don't know. Did she measure it? Does she have like a fucking line on the carton or something?
Crazy. But yeah, so she's pissed because Buffy drinks more milk, so she labels everything in the fridge.
And it's all hers.
Yeah. Yeah, why doesn't Buffy have any food? That's kind of weird.
I don't know. It's like, basically, it's the episode, and this is part of what makes it not interesting. Most of the episode is focused on the kinds of things that, drive you nuts about a roommate.
Sure.
And vice versa. And it's all very heightened and stuff like that. She's like clipping her toenails, and to Buffy it's like
yeah.
And everything like slowed down really far and everything. She borrows Buffy's sweater, and that pisses her off.
She borrows Buffy's sweater to get back at her for something. I'm trying to remember what, because Buffy had done something that pissed her off, so she took her sweater.
I think the milk.
Something happened to her shirt, and she blamed Buffy. Okay, whoa, back it up. Buffy
Boop, boop.
needed a break because the roommate was getting on her nerves. This is towards the beginning of the episode.
Right.
So she's like, I'm going to go get a coffee. And she leaves. And then the roommate fucking follows her. She's like, hey, wait up, and follows her.
It's pretty fucked up.
Which Buffy was actually going to like go patrol. She just made up the excuse about the coffee. Mm-hmm. And they run into some demons. Yeah. And the demons shove her roommate into the bushes and attack Buffy. So, or Buffy attacks them, really. So the roommate's sweater gets ruined because of being shoved into the dirt and bushes and stuff. And somehow she blames Buffy for that.
And Buffy makes up a story that they were muggers or whatever.
Buffy saved her ass, and she's like, I saved you. What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, but my shirt's ruined.
Yeah, so can I borrow your sweater to cover this up or whatever?
And Buffy's like, no, but then she takes it anyway.
She takes it and she gets it stained or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's that kind of shit. I think I sussed this out pretty quickly too. By the way, I think you can confirm to all the listeners. The demons are like, I think she might be the one or whatever, and I'm like, they're fucking talking about the roommate.
Yeah, and they were, yes.
I was like, there's something going on with that roommate. That roommate's a demon, or the roommate is something, and like, because they wouldn't say, like, they wouldn't be so vague. She might be the, like they'd make it more clear they were talking about Buffy if it was supposed to be Buffy.
Yeah, because they'd be the Slayer. Yeah.
But yeah, so it turns out that we'll go back. Oh no, okay, you wanna go in order? Fine.
Well, I'm gonna say we have to go in order, but I don't know why we're jumping all the way to the end.
So, I think the episode is supposed to make us feel like Buffy is unjustified. because her friends seem to think she's unjustified. They're like, what the fuck? Like, Buffy's acting weird and everything. Like, why is she so, like, angry about this roommate and everything? And, like, yeah, you know, like, Willow's like, my roommates kind of suck, too. Because her roommates are throwing 24-hour parties.
Yeah, that would be awful.
But, like, I think we're supposed to think that Buffy is, like, kind of out of line. But I don't.
Well, I think both of them were kind of out of line, and I think that's kind of the point. I mean, I guess you can do the big reveal there. Go ahead.
No, we don't need to do it yet.
I wanted to talk about...
the dreams?
Sure. Okay. That wasn't what I was going to say, but yeah.
What were you going to say? You want to talk about what?
When Buffy goes to the cafeteria, because we're talking about how her roommate has a fridge full of food, Buffy has no food. Well, she goes to the fucking cafeteria with her little student card.
Sure.
And the dude in the cafeteria line is like, you need to make the most out of your meal card, so you're only punching it once a day or whatever. Yeah. So he's like shoving food in his pockets and stuff, and like he's like, see, you get, you know, all the food all at once.
Right.
And she gets all flirty with this dude, who then later we see has come to visit her, but instead has spent like an hour talking to her roommate because she wasn't there. Yeah. She comes in and he's like on the bed with the roommate, like all cozy, and she like pretty much decides at that point she's gonna fucking kill her.
And they were like, "Do you believe in love?" But yeah, so I have several things. Like, apparently, you just had a whole like paragraph that you wanted to get out and talk about with this thing because you left no room for me to say anything. But I want to say a couple things about what you said.
Go ahead.
First of all, back when I was in college, back in the, you know, way back in the day, like 2 days ago, we had, I'm not going to tell you where I went to college, but we had a card for our little like student area food and whatever. But it was, I guess it, no, okay. I was because they were talking about punch cards and stuff like that. I was thinking about it and it was like we had money on it. Like it wasn't just like, you know, whatever, like take whatever the fuck you want and swipe once or whatever. There was money on it. But no, in the cafeteria it was just like you got 2 swipes a day and you could eat whatever. Like you just swiped in, got whatever, and then it was a buffet style. But we did have money on the card too, because there were little eateries around that would sell things like snacks and shit like that for money, and that was on the card too.
So 2 swipes a day, even if you have no money on the card.
Yes, correct.
And so you're guaranteed 2 meals, but aren't you supposed to eat 3 meals? That seems like not a great situation. What if you're starving?
Oh, I didn't make this policy. Like, I'm not the administrator of unnamed college in Michigan I went to.
I'm just saying, like, I think that they should be able to swipe 3 times a day.
Sure, I guess. I mean, but they had, like I said, you had money on your card for other things. There was plenty, like...
I guess you did, rich boy.
Wow. No, that's just, like, that's what you, like, you got. I mean, I had...
Sorry,
I filled out a FAFSA just like everyone else does, okay?
Okay.
I got my Pell Grant or whatever it is. But anyway, so I was going to quibble about that, but I guess that is probably accurate to most colleges, so I'm not going to quibble about that anymore. And then, yes, she's very flirty with the guy. The guy's like flirty back with her. Do you think he's interested in the roommate? Because I don't think he is. I think the roommate's interested in him.
I think there was something there. Like, he spent more than an hour, like, hanging out talking to her.
She's not that pretty.
No.
No offense to the actress.
They had some shit in common that they were talking about, and I think that was more of the thing. But, like, I mean, he had a nice conversation with Buffy in the fucking, like, line at the cafeteria, and then he had a nice conversation with the roommate. That's as far as this has gone. So I don't think he has to pick a team here.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, he does now, but...
Well, yeah.
But anyway, so Buffy's getting more and more unhinged, and like you said, that's kind of when she decides like I'm fucking killing her or whatever. She needs to die. She even says to Willow that she needs to die.
Yeah, she tells her because what it is, it's with the clipping of the nails.
Before we get to that real quick, let's talk about the dreams.
Oh yeah,
because the dreams happened first, and that I think is also supposed to be part of what's going on here.
Sure.
Buffy keeps having these dreams where she is getting like scorpions put on her, and like she's like blood's being poured into her mouth, and then like one of the demon looking people has their mouth open, and there's like some sort of air passing between the two of them.
Like they're sucking something.
Yeah. But not in a good way.
No. I don't think there's any kind of sucking that's good when it comes to demons.
I mean, I don't know. Okay. I feel like demons might be good at it. You know?
Oh, dear Lord.
Anyway, so like she keeps having that dream, and Giles is like, I don't know what it is. Like Giles is useless until he's not useless this season.
Yeah.
So anyway, like the roommate says, "Oh, I had the same dream too." Mm-hmm. Lies.
Oh yeah, I guess it was a lie.
So
because we start thinking like this has to do with the fact that those demons attacked them both,
right?
But
it's not. Yeah.
So
and they think like, oh, you're being like because they're like Buffy's being possessed by one of the demons.
That's what they think because she loses her mind and she's like she gathers up this roommate's toenail clippings and brings them to them and says they have continued to grow after she clipped them, and that is proof that she's a demon and I must kill her.
Thing, yeah.
Which is crazy person talk, and like she should be locked away.
Except for the fact that she's right.
Yeah, then we find out it's true. Because the fucking like daddy demon to the teenage girl demon shows up.
Wow, that's your nickname for me, right? Daddy demon.
Like her and Buffy. Well, first of all, they think she's crazy and unhinged, and they kidnap her and like try to restrain her.
Yeah, Oz and Xander. And, yeah.
So they have her like tied up,
but she fools them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because what was she? She did something where she's like trying to get out of her stuff, and they're like, "We're gonna go tighten them," but they were already all undone.
Right. She's like, "They're like, I don't think they're tight enough. Well, let's go over there together and do it." And she knocks their heads together because it's a TV show.
Yeah,
because it's a cartoon.
Nobody gets a concussion from that.
No, that's just how you turn a person off for a little while,
right?
So then she goes to kill her roommate, but at this time, Willow discovers, because her and Giles read together or whatever, that, oh, she's right. These fucking toenail clippings are growing and, like, regenerating. And that is a demon thing. And then they figure out that her roommate is doing this, like, ritual, because she's the type of demon that can do this ritual or whatever, where she's sucking Buffy's soul out of her body, like, a bit at a time. And I think, like, the implication is that Buffy's becoming unhinged and angrier and stuff like that because her soul is gone.
Which is ridiculous because, like you said, she's really not overreacting.
No, not at all. But then, as you said, Daddy Demon comes in, and I guess Mommy, because there's two of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know who the other one is. But they start, like, Buffy gets in a fight with this girl. And she rips her face off.
Because it just comes off because it's not her face.
Yeah, because underneath it is the demon face. And she's like, I fucking knew it! And meanwhile, remotely, Giles and Willow are performing a ceremony that will restore Buffy's soul back to her. Mm-hmm. Which happens right before Daddy Demon comes in. And the roommate explains her plan to Buffy. She's like, "Yeah, I ran away so I could go to college and like experience life and everything."
Which is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I want to talk about her plan in a second, but she's like, and they'll come here and they won't be able to recognize me or whatever, but they'll come in and they'll take the one that doesn't have a soul because we don't have souls because we're demons. So they take you. So I want to talk about the demon's plan.
Okay.
If she was successful, then her dad and mom come and they take Buffy away to the other dimension where they live or whatever, right?
Right.
And then what? Because once they get there, and they rip her face off, they're gonna be like, "Oh, no demon face underneath."
Well, then she'll just be dead.
But what I'm saying is like they would know.
Well,
they'd figure it out, and they'd come back and get her.
That's true. That is true. I think, despite the fact that her plan's stupid, I think a demon desiring to come to our world or whatever to attend a community college,
Right, and listen to Cher.
seems like a bit of a stretch.
Like, why? And the dad comes in and it's supposed to be all hilarious or whatever, and she's like, "Stop treating me like I'm 900, or like stop treating me like I'm 400. I'm 900 or whatever."
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's
Yeah,
really,
it's
really
really
bad.
stupid.
I didn't like it.
And so then he creates because Willow and Giles are successful and Buffy gets her soul back, so they know it's her, and then they shove her into a vortex or whatever to take her back home. To
No college for you.
Yeah, no college for you. Whatever the demon equivalent is, vocational school.
So dumb. So dumb.
Yeah.
But the good thing that comes out of it is that Willow comes to live with Buffy.
Yeah, because Buffy was seen openly antagonistic towards her roommate, who then disappears. And no one's going to question that, I guess.
Well, I mean, in the last episode, they talk about how, freshmen just disappear all the time because they can't take it. So
I guess that's true.
I guess that's just a thing that happens.
Why weren't Willow and Buffy roommates from the very beginning? Like, you could fill this shit out. Like, when you go live on a campus,
Yeah.
they have a thing you fill out. We want a room together.
Stupid.
And if you both say it, they're like, oh, okay, we'll put them together.
Yeah. That would have made sense.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's got to get better. It's got to get better.
I hope so. I really do. Because I liked the first 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. There were things that I didn't like in some of the seasons and everything. I didn't like the mayor storyline, obviously. But I like the first 3 seasons of the show. Now that Angle's got his own show that Cordelia's on, I don't know. I feel it's everything's fractured. I don't think that Angel show's that great either.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Well, I mean, it started strong, and I don't think it has to suck now. Let's give them some time.
We're talking about Buffy?
Yeah, let's give them some time.
Yeah.
Time to figure it out.
Well, that's the thing is, they've earned Joss Whedon and his team, I think, has earned a few episodes to figure out this new paradigm.
Now, if they don't get it together soon, we're going to have an issue.
Yeah, if we're mid-season by season 4 and it's still not great, I'm going to be kind of upset. But, I don't know. I think they'll get it turned around.
Yeah.
Well, that is the episode for the week, Carol. Why don't you tell people where they can find their own soul?
I thought you were going to say toenail clippings, but sure.
I've thought about it.
So you can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com. Mm-hmm. Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Yes.
And share the tapes with your friends.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.